Hello, and once again, welcome to another one of these little sessions where I slowly lose my mind trying to deal with all these stupid people using stupid mech armors without stupid permission. My name is, once again, sir, I must ask that you do not reveal your name, as it is classified information. Half of this stuff should really be classified information. How is my name the most classified of all of these? I don't know. Whatever. Okay. The first one we'll be going over today is a man who goes by the name of Steve. Yes, as you will learn in a minute, this guy is the pinnacle of uncreative. Anyway, this guy, Steve, actually does have a few superpowers of his own. Mostly that he can take any element that he touches and create more of it. And make stuff out of it and combine them and pretty much just create anything in weird block-like shapes. Like if he touches a diamond, he can make a whole bunch of diamond blocks. If he touches some dirt, he can make a whole bunch of dirt blocks. You get the drill by now. However, since this guy can make anything out of said unlimited resources, he has decided to make a few mech armors of his own to help him do his evil doings. He's made a few, mostly made of diamond or gold or iron, but one he made was specifically to help him get around, and it is also mostly made of iron. It has a bit of a minecart aesthetic, but it's not particularly the mech armor itself that I'm interested in. What we're interested here at Area 53 is what the mech armor is powered on. See, recently we have discovered, for lack of a better terms, a new element. It's a sort of red stone that Steve has very creatively named Red Stone. Yes, this is as idiotic as you would think. However, this redstone can serve as a sort of power source for a large amount of the electronic devices, and we still don't exactly know how it works, as it's a fairly rare element. Until we can figure out this, we do have Steve on a high alert. Mostly for craft reasons, but not my place to judge. Okay, so the reason I decided to do a minecart from Minecraft was mostly because of a bet. My brother Sam, I was asking him for any vehicle ideas I could make into mech armors, and he sarcastically said to make one out of the minecarts from Minecraft, due to the fact that, they're literally just a gray block, and there's not that much inspiration to pull from. But, me being me, I decided to go and do it anyways, to apparent success. Now, I did base a lot of this less off the minecarts and more just Minecraft as a concept in general. If you'll notice, I forgot what they're called, but like the straps that connect part of the armor sort of resemble the rails that they use for the minecarts. And also, obviously, the main weapon is a pickaxe, except for some reason also has the rails on it. Honestly, this diamond was made more for aesthetic purposes than for any actual functionality of design. And that's pretty much all I have to say regarding the designs of this armor. Okay, fair warning. This next one is really, really sad. Anyway, a few years ago, there were these two cops that also happened to be a married couple, named Carl and Ellie Fredrickson. However, they spent their entire lives trying to hunt down one criminal named Charles Muntz, who was poaching illegally endangered bird species, which Ellie was very passionate about. However, one day Ellie got herself a case of cancer and died immediately after. This completely wrecked Carl's life, and he retired from his career and sat around waiting to die. However, he then got a tip from a young Boy Scout, funnily enough, that Charles Muntz was actually hiding out in South America in a place known as Paradise Falls. Carl, who had spent his entire life, well, his and Ellie's entire life, he was tracking down this one criminal, immediately decided to go finish the job that Ellie would have wanted. However, first, he needed some equipment. See, at this time, Carl was a very old man and was not anywhere near physically capable of going over and, well, ing this guy. And so he had himself commissioned a mech armor made as an homage to his and Ellie's old house. But mech armor also had one rather strange ability. Here, if you'll notice those weird mace circuloid things on the side of the armor, if he chose to spun those around extremely fast, the mech armor could essentially fly like a helicopter. Using this ability, he flew it all the way to South America, and pretty much immediately he bodied Charles Muntz. Hence, as well as stole his talking dog. Hug. Yes, he had a talking dog, and he was adorable. Oh, his name was Doug, and he loves you. Anyway, he with his wife's final request met, and all of their life goals done, and Carl could finally rest, knowing that Ellie was finally happy. Oh great, now I'm just gonna cry! Okay, so the background for this one, I'm not going to spend that much time on. Mostly because I have a log that I'm doing in a few weeks that heavily ties into this concept. But essentially, we at the Mech Armor Association have found some kind of mech armor underground fighting ring that seems to be completely international, as we have found 9 current locations, all in different parts of the globe. However, the one that I am discussing today for some reason, is in Spain. In this one Spanish fighting ring, the most popular champion among all the fighters is someone simply known as N.E.R.D. N.E.R.D has a strange mech armor that some say resembles some sort of lizard, crossed with a motorcycle. Very strange combination. The guy who found the armor allegedly says he found it lying on a beach somewhere and decided to use it for fighting. Seems like a weird choice. You find a strange armor on the beach and your immediate thought is, how much money can I make off of this? But I'm not a criminal mastermind, so what do I have to say about this? Yes. But one of the things that intrigues me most about this armor is the fact that it really shouldn't exist. This armor has a strange ability that other armors don't have, which is that it can transform into a variety of vehicles. It can transform into a motorcycle, a flying thing, a scuba water thing, or I don't really know. It's not really a boat, but whatever. You get the gist. It transforms into a bunch of different vehicles. This technology, at least to my research, doesn't exist yet, which has led some in my department to theorize that this thing is actually somehow from the future, and that it was somehow most likely accidentally sent back in time to... I don't really know. The theory doesn't go into more of a why and more of a how. Some have stated there's this strange time portal anomaly underneath a crater in the middle of Spain that summoned this thing. I don't know, and frankly, I do not care enough to do any more research on this subject. But, I'm doing that log in a couple weeks, so I'm going to anyway. So, when I was picking out vehicles to do, I actually had a hard time coming up with which vehicles I was actually going to be turning into Mech Armors. And one of the ones that came up, well, at first I was actually going to, Corviknight, since that works as a taxi service in Pokemon. I figured since last time I did Yoshi, I could do another, mount-type mech armor. But then, when I was thinking of Pokemon vehicles, this thing obviously came to mind, since at the time I was drawing it, Scarlet and Violet had just come out. Oh. By the way, I'm not completely sure if I got the name right. I think this is Miraidon. It could be Koraidon. I don't really know off the top of my head. So, anyway. When I came to design, this is probably one of the best mech armors I've drawn recently, other than, the up one. But one of the main flaws is that it just kind of looks like the original character, but standing up. I didn't really have to change all that much about it, other than just making it more humanoid. And to be fair, the reason that I did Miraidon instead of Koraidon is because it automatically looks more mech armory, and I do have a plan for something to do with Koraidon later on. That almost rhymed. But anyway, still, I hope you guys enjoy it. Here is the final image, and also a shiny form, because why not? Okay, now this next one I'm a bit frustrated by. Mostly because I will always remember the day I almost caught this guy. This guy's name, he introduces himself as Captain Jack Sparrow, although he's definitely not a captain of anything. He used to lead a gang of pirates, and by pirates I mean, people who steal stuff from docks and ships, not like the Yo-Ho-Ho pirate. Although, to be honest, they do quite resemble the Yo-Ho-Ho pirate, so maybe that was intentional. I don't know. Anyway, this guy, he he's extremely drunk. 9 times out of 10, I don't know if there's like an alcohol scale or something, but just assume he's the most drunk a human being could get while still living. Anyway, he was most well known for leading his gang of pirates in his signature mech armor, one that he was very attached to. However, that was when I came in. I came in my own mech armor to go arrest him, and I may have gone a little bit overboard. I immediately shot him down from the sky and never saw him again. At least, so I thought at the time. Turns out, he somehow survived me shooting him out of the air, and apparently got his armor fixed by some black market mech armor salesman named Davy Jones, on the bargain that he would steal a bunch of stuff for Davy Jones. Ultimately, he did not live up to this bargain, but he killed Davy Jones anyway, so really, I guess debts don't really matter if you kill the guy you're indebted to. Call my lawyer. Anyway, here he was again, alive and well, for now. I then went to hunt him down myself. With my signature mech armor, I went out onto the open seas and was going to shoot him down for real this time. And I did. But he survived. Again and again. Every time I would catch him, he would somehow always get away. Always taunting me in the process. You know what? I think I need a break. I'm just gonna go lie down. See you all eventually. I don't care. Good night. Okay, this one I had a lot of fun with. When I was doing this episode, this was the one mech armor vehicle turning into thing that I was absolutely set on doing. The Jack Sparrow Black Pearl. The main issue I had coming across this one doing that is simply because of the color. The Black Pearl doesn't really have that much design details outside of being a pirate ship that is all black. But as you can see, I did manage to make that work. So I hope you enjoy it.